So for this video we're going to look at doing the waistband. Now we have two options. We have the paper bag style, or we have just a normal style, which would be just like that. So no gathered finish at the top, which we actually call this a crest. Anyway, so first what we need to do is work out how long our waistband needs to be. So to do that, we've gotten to this point on our shorts. We've attached our trim, we've done all our crotch seams, our inner leg seams, and we've done the top stitching for the outer leg seams here as well. And we need to work out how wide this is. So the easiest way to do this is to have someone else hold it and you measure it from one fold to the other. Now for me, because I'm doing this by myself, I'm just going to measure it myself. So I'm going to line up my raw edges of my front and back waistband, where the waistband's going to be attached to the top of the shorts. And, oops, just make sure that's lined up. And I'm going to measure with a measuring tape. So with my measuring tape, I'm going to put it at the fold on one end, and I'm going to place it along the raw edge, following the shape. Now for this, I have 58, oops, where's the camera? 58 and a quarter, okay? Now I need to add a centimetre onto that for seam allowance. So I've got 58 and a quarter plus the centimetre, so it's 59 and a quarter. Next thing, you get the section of your fabric which had that strip left over for your waistband. So what you should have, now yours is going to look different to mine because I've done a larger size, so I need extra fabric, whereas you guys have a smaller size, so you just use that strip that's left at the top of your fabric. So you would have had your back piece, your front piece, and you have a piece left for the waistband. So using a square, this is a square, I might just move this. I'm going to get at the fold, I'm going to square that off. Alright, because I need to make sure my waistband is a right angle to my fold here and it is straight. Now the next thing you need to do is work out how wide do you want your waistband. So looking at the paper bag, I'm going to do a paper bag for this example. I know I need 3 centimetres for the elastic, and then I'm going to add on an extra 2.5 for the paper bag and 1 for the seam allowance. So that's 1 plus 3, which is 4, plus 2.5 is 6.5. Now that's just for that section. Our waistband is actually on the fold, so we double that. So 6.5 times 2 is 13 centimetres. So that's going to be 13 times 59 and a quarter. Alright, so I've got my square line. So from there, I'm going to rule down and mark my 13 centimetres. And I'm going to square off from that point as well. Now if you didn't want to do paper bag, that's fine. So if you didn't want to do paper bag, you would just remove the 2.5 centimetres, which on the fold is 5 centimetres. So you would do 8 centimetres by your length. So what I'm going to do with my first square line that I've squared off at the fold, I'm going to rule my 59 and a quarter centimetres. So from the fold, I'm going to use a measuring tape and I'm going to go along that straight line and then mark my 59 and a quarter. And then I'm going to continue my straight line up to that mark. And then again from that mark, I need to square it down. Alright, so now I can go along and mark my 13 centimeters. Then again, you're just going to connect those marks to get a parallel line from here to here. This whole strip should be 13 centimeters, and here should be squared off nicely. Alright, so once you've done that, you cut it out. So it's on the fold. So this is going to open up to a really long waistband. So I'm just going to cut that out now. I'm cutting out 2 layers of fabric to create my waistband, which is going to be twice the width of my measurement because it's cut out on the fold. So this is our fold, that's our waistband. Now on the fold, we need to notch this on the fold because this is going to line up with our center front seam, and the back is going to line up here with our center back seam. So mark to notch the fold. I'm just going to cut the tiniest triangle off the fold corner. So there is your notch. Can you see that? There, you can see it better. Okay, so that's the first step. So you can do that now.